as long as we're in the John Williams vein. What you heard there, going along with the orchestra, was Karma. Karma was generating a drum beat and providing some little horn and string blast to accompany what's going on. Karma is a very, very deep and powerful thing. And before I get into that, first I want to show you this control surface, because this is how you wrangle in very much of the technology of the M3. This control surface has 8 sliders and 8 buttons, and they can do different things depending on which of these modes you're in. So let's say I'm in this orchestral combi and I go to mixer mode. Now I have control over the levels and play mute status of the first 8 sounds. Push it again and I have control over the second 8. Jump sounds in and out using the mixer mode. Real-time control is where you get put whenever you call up a program or combi. This has the most useful controls for whatever kind of sound you're using. The first 4 sliders are filter and envelope settings, and then the second 4 are assignable. So you remember how I was playing that electric piano sound? I moved the slider, and suddenly got a phaser or a delay. These 4 sliders in real-time control mode are assigned to do useful things, just like these 2 buttons, the joystick, and the ribbon. So again, once they spread the sounds across the keys, they're not even halfway done designing the sound. So that's real-time control mode. External mode. How many people here record using a computer? A couple of hands. Good stuff. That is becoming increasingly popular, and Korg has decided not to fight this market, but to bring our strength to it. And the M3 has a bunch of great ways of doing that, one of which is external control mode. If I touch the control surface tab on the screen, first off, this tab demystifies the entire left side of the keyboard, so I always know exactly what I'm controlling. Now when I'm in external mode, I get to choose from over 100 different templates. I see Korg hardware, I see Korg software, Ableton Live, Mini Mode, R2600, BFD, GarageBand, Digital Performer, Battery. All the software that you're probably using at home is ready to be controlled by the M3. You call up a template for whatever. See, all the different elements of Reason are here, so I could call up a Reason Mixer. And as I'm making adjustments to my roads here, I can real quick jump over to Reason, turn the volume down on track 3, mute track 7, press play, and then go back to adding some more reverb. So you never lose what's happening in the M3. You just gain the additional capability of being able to control your software or external hardware with the sliders, buttons, and pads. So in case you missed, these pads could be rewind, play, stop, fast forward, record, anything you need your control surface to do. So you never have to leave the beautiful environment that is the M3. Tone adjust. This is a very powerful thing when you're writing songs. It's the 4th mode of this control surface. When I'm writing a song and I want to make a deep change to one of my sounds, with any other keyboard I'd have to go back to program mode, find the sound, make the tweaks I want, then save it, thereby destroying the preset sound just for the sake of the song, and then jump back into the song and keep working. With tone adjust, all I have to do is go to tone adjust mode, modify the sound for the track that I'm using, and it saves it as part of the song. So you never have to leave the song that you're working on to make deep synth edits to your sounds. So a very much requested shortcut. Now, the last mode on the control surface is Karma. And this is where the fun stuff starts to happen. Has anybody, I know you've used the Korg Karma before, how would you describe what Karma is? Yeah. It's a lot to describe. That's definitely true. A lot of people try to use the word arpeggiator, and it certainly can do arpeggios, but to just call it an arpeggiator doesn't do it justice.
Some kind of phrase generator.
It's a phrase generator. It's an idea amplifier. It's a music engine, is what it is. It can create all kinds of gestures for instruments without keys. It can create beats, bass lines, chord recognition. Let's start with the drum beat. Go from there. All right. Call up one of my favorite kits, the Psycho Chill kit. All right. I go to the Control Surface tab and set the sliders and buttons to be in Karma mode. Now I see that I can adjust swing on slider 1. Okay, lots of boards can do that. The next one is pattern variation. Vary it up a little bit, or vary it up an awful lot. You can do it by degrees and the pattern will change. Next one is improvise. So now he's just doing a solo, doing his own thing. Over here I've got note repetitions. So Karma's doing a lot more than just changing what the notes are doing. You can modify effects, you can modify levels, panning. Any parameter in the M3 can be controlled and tweaked by Karma. So it spreads itself around the M3 like a virus. It just takes control over it. It's awesome. Now, every time I make a change to one of these Karma parameters, I'm modifying a scene. You can get to 8 different scenes for each Karma module. Now listen to what happens as I change to a different scene. The beat completely changes. Again, radical change. So each time you change scenes, you're really selecting a whole snapshot of all of those Karma parameters at once. So you can treat them as variations for your beat, intro, fill-in, verse, chorus, whatever you like. It's a very open-ended system. And again, of course, all of these sounds have been programmed with Karma intact. When you call up, for example, a harp, I'll just go find a nice harp sound here. Turn Karma on. You get a reverb blade this bigly out. Switch to another scene. Different progression. XY mode is always working. So, we've seen that Karma can do stuff other than just drums. I want to show you a little bit of guitar. I'm going to choose this steel acoustic guitar and turn Karma on and see what's going on. Finger picking type of project. I'm going to go to the Karma tab and change that. I can select Karma modules by category. So I've got melodic, harmonic, arpeggio, chord recognition, strumming. I'm going to choose strumming and just pick one. I can hear each note, each string of the guitar being plucked in the correct order. Here's another one. Hear the panning left and right? Every time I call one of these modules up, I can then tweak it using the control surface. And now I have different parameters to work with. So here's one called duration control. It's like palm muting the guitar. So we can see that Karma's great at reproducing natural performances for instruments that aren't keyboards. So that's one place where it's useful.